What's up, Trekkies? Okay, so today I'm going to be going over the new crafting and duty officer system that came with the most recent update. It actually came last week, but that's on Thursdays, and they just did a recent update today. So that's going to affect a lot of the stuff I would have suggested if I had made the video last week. There was actually a bug in the system. Anyways, so let's get cracking on that. Okay, so this is the beams section. This is what I happen to be on. But I, over the last 4 days, have gotten 3 of my slots open up. I have to raise at least 3 schools to level 5 before I can open up my 4th crafting slot. And these are crafting slots here. And then raise any school to level 15, which is max. I currently have sciences 4 and beams at 3, because that's what I've been working on. As you can see, I'm 41,279 of 48,000 to almost to level 5, but again, this is going to take a while, it looks like. So, quick little overview here. Beams do dual beam banks, beam consoles, and beam arrays. And these we'll just go through here. You can create an anti-proton, a disruptor, a phaser, plasma, polaron, or tetrion. No weird hybrids. And you can create any 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and 12. These require crazy mats down here at 11 and 12. But let's go with a Mark II. The very basic one. A Mark II phaser. We hit confirm. So as you can see, my skill level over here says 30, because I'm level 3. 10 per, whatever. The recommended skill to make this is 10, so you can still do this with it. I have Ariel Tabitha Holmes as a duty officer. It requires a duty officer for you to do, because these are effectively Doff missions. And you can then, and depending on their quality, they will give you a bonus. And it's 0 for common, 5 for uncommon, 15 for rare, 30 for epic, purple, epic. And Ariel Tabitha Holmes, I don't know where I got her. I actually have like 3 of her, and I wound up giving one to Aaron. But anyways, but she's good because she's an energy weapons officer. It's a phaser beam. It makes sense. All beam arrays require an energy weapons officer. So if you want to make really good ones later, invest in these specific duty officers. Like if you want to make and outfit your entire ship with beam arrays because you want to turn into a beam boat, then you're going to want to get an epic energy weapons officer just for these missions. I probably already have one. They're like candy. Anyways, so the cost will be one component focusing lens, 1 component targeting interface. Now you can, if you know you need 1-to-1 and you just want to spam these, what you can do is you can just go back to beams, go down, you can see focusing lens and targeting interface. Now these are very basic level 1. So let's show you what the component things, because it shows it's like a 3 and a 2, but it requires an engineering duty officer. That's what means. And so it's a fabrication engineer. You need fabrication engineers to make all your components. So the better of a fabrication engineer you have, the better chance you have. The crit on these is not a super focusing lens, it's just multiple. It's 1 versus 3. The cute thing about, and this even goes for the duty officer system, which I'll explain a little bit, is you can hover over the eye and says getting a success outcome will reward 1 component, getting a critical will reward 3. And it'll tell you exactly what you'll get with a crit, rather than that weird guess. But again, this takes 30 plus 15 because I don't have a great duty officer, I just have a blue one. But here are all the new crafting mats, because the 3 types and all the weird colors, the rainbow of mats that we had before, don't really exist anymore. They don't exist at all. Even the particle traces are gone. And if you're just logging in for the first time, you're gonna have, after having a crap ton of those, you're gonna have to click on one of them, open up the store, and just sell them all back, and you'll get random mats. I have tons of mats right now. But this takes 3 trionium gas and 2 hydrazine gas. And so, catalysts, I have a few. There's a catalyst which is a plus 25 crafting skill or plus 50 crafting skill. These you're going to want to save, but as you can see what a 25 will do. See, it's 9%, 91%, 16%, 64%. Now, if I were to add the 50 on there, 23%, 77%. Making an extra 2 of them is not, to me, personally, not worth the catalyst. Unless you have catalysts falling out of your ship. Like, you're just like leaving them behind. I only have 3 catalysts. I have 2 50s and a 25. But catalysts give you an extra boost to this top right skill that says current skill 30 plus 15, as you can see, because it'll be plus 50 and it's 30 plus 65. The catalysts come more into play when you want to create beams. So in order to make that beam, we need a targeting interface. So see how the cost slightly changed? It's 3 magnesite, 2 hydrazine gas. Same thing. And then we just hit start. And they take no time to do. Like 2, 1, finishing, negative, negative, negative. And you can finish now with dilithium if you happen to have a surplus. Collector's only. So now that I have that, let's go back in. Let's make a phaser array, Mark II, confirm. You can also just click the things you're missing. Like if this was red, you just click it and you'll immediately go to targeting interface and you can hit start task. Each thing takes up 1 of these. So you can like do 3 of these at a time. You can just sort of spam this stuff if you have like a flow chart of stuff you know you need to get. So back to the beam. Begin, phaser, confirm. So I have a very rare chance, or to make a very rare, I have a 62% chance to make a very rare Mark II, and a 38% chance to make a rare. And I will not make a green or common at my skill level, so that's pretty good. What it shows is that it'll be a phaser beam array Mark II, and the question mark times 2 is it has 2 suffixes. There are more suffixes now. I don't remember them all, but as you can see here, it'll be 216.9 phaser damage, and when you go to epic, it's 216.9 phaser damage, but you'll get 3 modifiers, as per typical. So, start task. Okay, I'm making a blue, and you can see here, it's accuracy and crit damage, crit severity. And that takes about 5 minutes to complete. So we'll go back into regular old beams, and you can see that there's just a lot of weird components that you need to make. There's a lot of little pieces that come together to make one big piece and the big pieces. And these all get you experience, but you know, making focusing lenses is only going to get you 1 experience for targeting interface 2, so you can't really level. I mean, your very first level can probably come off of making a bunch of this stuff because you're going to need focusing lenses and targeting interfaces later. However, if you have that, you can just do a research. You start 39% chance to crit, 61%. It takes 20 hours. This recommended skill is 40. I mean, and it requires a research lab scientist. Notice this instead of an energy weapons officer, because they all require it. So if you're going to want to do research because you don't play much, like once a day, then you may want to do some research stuff on this to get your experience up there rather than craft. But it requires very little mats. See, duranium, 1 duranium, which is fine. And so that's pretty much that. All the rest of them are really, the rest of the crafting system, I'm just going off beams. But cannons, engineering, ground weapons, projectiles, science, and shields, they're all the same. You have basic mats, you have the required duty officers, and the crit and stuff like that. So bonus research beams, and it takes 20 hours and give you 6,000. Here's the thing. For an initial bit, that's probably really good, because let's go to something I don't have anything in, like shields. Notice how I need to get 0 of 30 for level 1. Well, you get 6,000 experience, and these are cumulative, so level 2 will start at 30 and go to like 1,000, and then level 3 starts at 1,000 and goes to like 10,000 or something like that. But you can initially go through and do a research on each of these and get them up to level 2, which will open more of these up. So that's pretty much that. So we have 2.5 minutes left remaining. Let's go over a quick duty officer here, or duty officer assignment. So this is the new interface, because it goes along with the crafting system. So let's go with scan particle geyser, right? That works. These are the old ways to get your crafting mats before. But now you can still use to get them. They take an hour, 45 minutes, yada yada. Another good one, do I have one here? Recover artifacts from archaeological site in blank sector. Yeah, they take 20 hours, but that's also another good thing if you only really play once a day or once every couple days. Is because these, when they crit, boom, mats. I love doing these. So we'll do this one. So we plan it. It'll automatically place in all of the best duty officers, even if they happen to have like red stuff, because Tukura, she's efficient and she's a research lab scientist. Yeah, she's unscrupulous, but she's also epic. But as you can see, I have a 27% chance to crit, 65% chance success, 6% fail, and 2% disaster. And I only got a disaster because she's unscrupulous. But it places in all your best people, so you don't really have to worry about which ones in the system's like, oh, hey, you want these? And you're like, no, that's not what I want. And you go after and you can do these. And I got all 3 epics. The casualty risk is high, but we all know how the casualty system works. If they're common, they may die. If not, if they're uncommon or above, they're just going to get injured. But as you can see, a failure, no rewards. Disaster, no rewards. Success, you get 5 dilithium. Exploration, expertise, skill points. 10 special items, 10 special items, 10 special items. Which is like, that's a lot of crafting mats. And then on crit it says 1 special item. That may be an error because it's supposed to just be like crap tons. But anyways, and Aaron's been doing this new duty officer system. He's been getting a lot more crit successes because he has a fair number of duty officers and he didn't necessarily know which ones were best for where. This thing is smart enough smart enough that it will, if you have like a thing that cannot fail, it knows not to put it to focus more on crit success than success. Because you can't gain, because the weird system that you can gain success and it'll cut into your crit success. So like if you had an efficient, logical research lab scientist for a mission, and that way you would actually, and there were 2 people, both were efficient and logical, but one was a research lab scientist, the other one was an astrometric scientist, you'd actually get more crit success out of the astrometric scientist because you don't have success. It's a weird bug in the system. It's still there. It's how the thing's programmed. But anyways, you just hit begin assignment. You can go through and spam this stuff. No problem. Just keep hitting thing, plan, begin, plan, begin. You don't have to like add in duty officers and find stuff. I have a couple completed from last night, so we can see what this is. So here is secure artifacts from archaeological site in the Cardassia sector, because I fly around. View details. So these people went in and I got a crit success on this. So, which means I got lots of experience, but I got Z particle, which are higher end crafting mats, and rubidium, higher end crafting mats. There's also epic crafting mats, and I think there's ultra rare crafting mats. I don't know, I haven't really seen them. But that's... Now, this one is a regular success. Investigate ruins in the Zarantine sector. I got 20 trionium gas. So that helps your crafting. As you saw, some of your things only take like 1, 2, maybe 3 of those. So when you can get 20 on just a regular success, yay! And you don't have to go in and check every single time. You can just collect. But all of those old things that would get they're in science and exploration, you want to pretty much spam those because you can't go through and look in the nebulas anymore. Those have been gone. But that's the duty officer system. It's slightly changed. The base system is still there. It just looks a little different. R&D. Okay, the phaser beam array is complete. Collect result. And it goes straight into your bags. Why do I have so many antigens? Anyways, but as you can see, it's a phaser beam array Mark II accuracy crit D. That's it. And as you can see, it's a crit severity and an accuracy. And you can just, right click, discard, sell, as you pretty much do with most things that you're not going to put on a ship. Polar and beam array. No, I got that at a mission. But anyways, that's the crafting system in a nutshell. Oh, real quick. Oh, yeah, stop that up. R&D. Bam! You have a whole backpack. Whole backpack. Separate from your normal backpack in your bank. 4 crafting mats. Yes, all this space is devoted just to the components down here, your boostings, and your raw materials up there. So while my backpack looks relatively full, you should see my bank. It is empty. It's like, oh my god. It's like a sinkhole opened up. Sorry, Florida, but you know. Anyways, so, and you can just sort them because there's ore, there's gas, and then there's particles. And I just sort them by weird, because however you want it. See, there's a very rare. There's a plectin. I don't know. But they're research R&D materials, and all R&D materials go in here. So there's magnesite, duranium, tritanium, rubidium. And then down here is just your relative components. However you want to organize your bag, you don't even have to organize it. It's not necessary. I just am anal and like to do that. So there is traits for each. I'm going to link below to the list of stuff for traits because I'm not going to go through that. This video is already long enough as is. So show high level. There are unique items that can be made out of each of these, and we're going to go to them real fast here. Arc beam array. It's a 360 degree beam, any type you want, no hybrid. So you can have, if you're like, man, I like the omnidirectional anti-proton beam array, but I don't use anti-proton. Well, you can now, once you get up to level 15, you can make a Tetrion. That's really cool. Shut up. But it comes in Mark 12, confirm, it just all the mats. And selected duty officer is locked while crafting. I don't have that duty officer. I can't start task. I don't have any of this stuff. Recommended skill 160, current 30. As you can see, you're going to want to put catalysts in for stuff like this so you can get a better of a rare or an ultra rare. An ultra rare, as you can see here, has 4 modifiers. 4! God. I don't know what some of the modifiers are, but I've seen stuff on Reddit that's like thrust, which is like you fire the weapon, you move faster. Anyways, so in cannons, there's an arc dual heavy cannon. Again, arc is a new prefix, and you could probably still get that in some things. And like with the beam array, it would be going from 270 to 360. This goes from 45 to 90. So a dual heavy cannon that goes from 45 to 90. Oh my god! Engineering is where you can craft the Aegis set. The Aegis now, if you had it before, is now Mark 12 officially. This is engineering. Is an engineering console conductive RCS accelerator. Do we have stats on this? Oh, it says here, conductive RCS accelerator affects your turn rate. In addition, when your ship is healed, the conductive accelerators will activate, giving you a temporary additional boost to turn rate and shield hardness. Which is really cool. Really cool for tanks. Again, I can't make it. Ground weapons. Some super duper sniper rifle. Looks pretty cool. Sniper rifle, secondary fire mode that shoots a transported bolt at the single target, dealing high damage, a good chance of knockback. This is where you can also produce consumables, nano energy cells, which is really weird, and you can craft any type of ground weapon, plus all the weird components. And again, stuff at the bottom. Projectiles. This torpedo is weird. It's a particle emission plasma torpedo launcher. So it's a plasma torpedo, and it flies out, and when it detonates, it creates a cloud of plasma, and things just burn inside of it. I'm taking a wild guess it's affected by particle generators. But details. Particle emission plasma cloud, it damages all foes caught within it. Torpedo launchers fire projectiles that deal heavy kinetic damage. Shields drastically reduce the plasma projectiles deal average damage with an average recharge. Blah blah blah. That's that. And they're weird special stuff. Science. Oh look, the Aegis deflector array, and then the exotic particle field exciter. The exotic particle field exciter is maximum shield capacity by adding to your starship shield systems, increases exotic damage, which is pretty much anything science does. In addition, when your ship's shields are healed, the field exciter gives your ship temporary bonus to weapon power. Yay! And then shields, Aegis covariant shield array, and that's that. It doesn't look like that. There are traits, they will be listed below. Thanks for watching. I know this video is long, but this pretty much covers everything you need to know about the crafting system. It's a fair bit of a grind, and that's that. Catch you guys later. Harry again? No. Let's go with Paris. What is Paris found guilty of ex post facto? Murder, stealing, bullying, running with scissors. Murder.